The 1974 Australian 20-cent coin is one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the numismatic world, especially among collectors who understand its hidden potential. Though it may appear like any regular 20-cent piece found in loose change, certain versions of this coin have become extremely rare and can be worth hundreds of thousands, even up to $1 million under the right conditions. The high value stems from a combination of factors, including minting errors, limited circulation, and the overall condition of the coin. While millions of 20-cent coins were minted in 1974, only a small number contain the unique features that make them valuable. Chiefly, the sought-after double obverse error, where the head side is printed on both sides of the coin due to a minting mistake. These extremely rare coins are considered once-in-a-lifetime finds. The typical 1974 20-cent coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side and the iconic platypus design on the reverse, both struck in cupronickel. However, the coins with errors, such as double obverse, double reverse, or offsetter strikes, are what fetch astronomical prices in auctions and private sales. The rarity of these errors cannot be overstated. Only a handful are known to exist, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them, particularly if the coin is in uncirculated or proof condition. Even a standard 1974 20-cent coin, if kept in pristine, mint state without any signs of wear, could fetch a high price among serious collectors, especially if it belongs to a low mintage batch or has other minor anomalies that add to its uniqueness. It's important to understand that most people who come across such a coin may not immediately recognize its value and might accidentally spend it as loose change. That is why coin experts and collectors urge the public to examine their old coins carefully. If you possess a 1974 20-cent coin with an unusual pattern, double image, or mirror-like sides, it is worth having it evaluated by a professional coin dealer or numismatist. Coins that exhibit signs of minting anomalies are graded and authenticated, and their value can soar overnight. Imagine finding a coin you once thought was worthless, only to discover it could fund a new house, pay off debts, or secure your financial future. Over the years, these coins have been quietly gaining attention in the collector's market, and their prices have steadily increased. Recently, a few specimens have made headlines after selling for tens and even hundreds of thousands of dollars, with experts suggesting that in the right market, one in perfect condition with a confirmed rare error could push past the $1 million mark. This has turned what once was common pocket change into a symbol of unexpected wealth. If you're lucky enough to find such a coin, don't rush to spend it. Get it examined and appraised, because what you hold could be one of the rarest and most valuable pieces in Australian coin history, something that could change your life overnight. The 1981 Australian 20-cent coin might seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but some rare versions of this coin have stunned collectors and investors by reaching values well into the millions. These coins are not just valuable because of age or silver content. What makes them incredibly rare and sought after are specific minting errors and anomalies that occurred during production. Among these is the elusive double bar 1981 20-cent coin, as well as a very special version minted in Canada due to a production overflow agreement between the Royal Australian Mint and the Royal Canadian Mint. These Canadian minted coins have distinct differences in the spacing of the lettering, rim details, and edge milling, making them highly desirable among numismatists. What makes the 1981 Canadian minted 20-cent coin especially valuable is its rarity and the growing awareness in the collector community about its distinct characteristics. Only a limited number of these were ever released into circulation, and many Australians unknowingly spent or discarded them over the years. The Canadian variety can be identified by sharper edges, slightly different portrait details of Queen Elizabeth II, and a subtle difference in the spacing between the lettering and the coin's rim. Coins in mint condition, or those with clear signs of the Canadian die, have fetched staggering prices at auctions and private sales, often in the tens or hundreds of thousands. And in some extremely rare cases, valuations have soared near or above the $1 million mark due to competitive bidding wars and collector demand. To add to the intrigue, there are reports of misstruck 1981 20-cent coins, such as those with off-center strikes, die cracks, or even examples struck on the wrong planchet, coin blank. These error coins are incredibly rare, and their unique flaws can make them exponentially more valuable than standard issues. For collectors, the value of a coin isn't just in its age or denomination. It's in the story it tells, the rarity it represents, and the condition it has been preserved in. Owning one of these 1,981 anomalies is akin to holding a lottery ticket for the numismatic world, one that could change your financial future overnight. If you have a 1981 20-cent coin sitting in a drawer or jar at home, it's absolutely worth examining closely. You should never spend such a coin without first checking its minting origin and any visible errors or anomalies. It's strongly recommended to consult with a certified coin appraiser or numismatics expert who can authenticate the coin and potentially facilitate a high-value sale. In today's collector's market, with digital auctions and global buyers, the demand for rare coins has exploded. What looks like a humble 20-cent coin could, in fact, be your hidden fortune, capable of transforming your financial life with a single sale. Third, the 1969 Australian 20-cent coin has become one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in the numismatic world, with some rare versions now worth hundreds of thousands, even up to $1 million in pristine condition. To the untrained eye, this coin might appear ordinary, just like the millions minted in the late 1960s. However, there's a specific variety of the 1969 20-cent coin that holds incredible value due to its rarity, minting error, and collector demand. This coin, often referred to as a double-bar 20-cent or error coin, can transform your pocket change into a fortune overnight, if you know what to look for. In 1969, the Royal Australian Mint produced over 14 million 20-cent coins, but not all of them were identical. A small number of these coins were struck with a subtle but important die flaw. Behind the head of the iconic Australian platypus on the reverse side, two raised lines can be seen between the tail and the water ripples. These lines, which resemble bars, were not part of the intended design and are the result of a die crack or error during production. This flaw makes the coin significantly rarer and more valuable, especially when found in high-grade, uncirculated condition. The value of the 1969 20-cent double-bar coin has skyrocketed in recent years, driven by passionate collectors and numismatic investors willing to pay top dollar for a clean, well-preserved specimen. Coins in average circulated condition might still fetch a few $100s, but coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS65 or higher can command prices well into the tens of thousands. Exceptionally rare examples, such as proof strikes or coins with additional minting anomalies, have reportedly been valued close to $1 million, especially if part of a significant auction or collector's estate. One of the key reasons for the coin's increasing value is the growing global interest in error coins and the limited number of known double-bar examples. As more collectors enter the market and search for these rare coins, the supply remains incredibly scarce. This drives prices even higher. If you're lucky enough to have a 1969 20-cent coin in your possession, it's worth inspecting it closely or having it appraised by a professional numismatist. Never spend it at face value. It might be a life-changing mistake. Collectors and treasure hunters are now combing through old coin jars, inherited collections, and vintage piggy banks, hoping to find this rare gem. Stories have emerged of everyday Australians discovering these coins in their homes and turning modest discoveries into 5- or 6-figure windfalls. It's a powerful reminder that hidden wealth can lie in the most unexpected places. A single 20-cent coin, easily overlooked, could be your ticket to sudden financial transformation. If you come across a 1969 20-cent coin, don't dismiss it. Take a moment, examine it carefully, and you might just be holding $1 million treasure in your hands.